It is what it is. It is what it
I'm
is.
Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay
Hollywood.
Williams for what
It's a
should
young,
be
young
a terrific matchup here
Mister.
tonight.
Forget about it.
From
Let's play the
FedEx
game. Make sure y'all subscribe and comment below. Tell me what y'all think about this.
Opening tip controlled by Memphis, and we are underway. Jay, Marc Gasol, Mike Conley, they're proven commodities. But what about the rest of this Memphis roster?
Well, Ed, that's been one of the criticisms of the Grizzlies is that when a guy like Mike Conley goes down, who can fill in that void? Now, I give them a lot of credit in the offseason. They bring in Shelvin Mack. They find a way to sign Kyle Anderson, which is big-time land for them in free agency. And look what they've done in the draft over the past 2 years. Last year, in 2017, they get Dylan Brooks and Ivan Rabb, giving them depth at those positions. Now they get a guy like Javon Carter in the second round who can apply pressure at the point guard spot. And when you land Jaren Jackson, you're on your way.
From the painted area, won't go down.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Anderson, that's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
James Harden at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 85% free throw shooter.
Good shot.
Memphis with the run. Conley to Luka Doncic. To Gasol. Nothing going here on that drive. Rebound taken in by Paul. You've got to get that one to go. Doncic to Conley. Doncic to Gasol. And throws it down.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
To Paul. Bad pass taken away by the Grizzlies.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
Deep left corner. Conley won't go. He needs some luck on his side given how they're defending.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was his shot.
Coming off a disappointing year, Jay, just 22 wins for Memphis. What has to happen for them to make the jump into relevance again?
Well, they're clearing cap space, which is good for the future of the franchise. Number 2, they're starting to get healthy when you get a guy like Mike Conley back. And number 3, you have young prospects who are actually solid draft picks. When you think about Jaren Jackson and Javon Carter trying to rebuild, once again, the new Blind City.
Across the timeline, it's Conley. His team up by 1. Here comes the screen. Has a chance. And a put-back slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Rockets in control of the basketball. Paul knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
Conley into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Rockets come up with it.
Pick up that sense of urgency. Here's a chance to break the tie.
To Capella. Harden. Taking advantage of the defender. Nice ball fake.
One of the best in the biz right there. Maybe the best.
Conley into the front court. The score 10-8. Down low Gasol to Luka Doncic. Shot from the lane won't go. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
To Paul. Harden. Add 2 points to the board.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
Whistle and a timeout for Memphis as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point basketball game. Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Substitutions, Houston. Into the game.
Houston with the basketball. Here comes the screen. Paul. 4-3.
Oh.
And hits the first free throw. And he hits the second. Knocks down all three at the line.
Get it, shoot it again.
Rockets have it. To Carter Williams. Inside, he scores.
And you best believe that every one of those that goes in fills the confidence meter.
Memphis, they've got it. Rockets have the steal. Nene with the dunk.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
I got him. Here we go.
To Gasol. Big finish at the rim.
I'm laughing because when you look at Marc Gasol, he's not the fastest big guy in the game. He's not the smoothest, nor is he the best shooter. But you know what he is? He's prepared and he's experienced. That's why he can get you 17 to 18 to 19 points per night or more, and you get a tough low post presence.
Good shot. That's me. Got ball.
To Gasol. And the Rockets have the rebound. Stuffs it down with authority. Desperation shot here from half court. First quarter is complete. It's been all Rockets. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. With the rock, it's Chris Paul. There will be no shortage of shots for Carmelo Anthony and Mike D'Antoni's offense, Jay. Why is it a good fit for Melo in Houston?
Well, a couple of things. Number one, if there's one guy you need to trust, his name is Daryl Morey. And the Houston Rockets organization is a stat-driven culture. So he understands at this juncture where Carmelo Anthony is in his relationship to his career. Playing with two pass-first type PGs and James Harden and CP3, who averaged a combined 12.5, 13 assists last year, will open up the floor extensively for Carmelo to knock down those jump shots.
Gasol to Dillon Brooks. Dillon Brooks slams it down.
Ed, did you see what this pass just did? Now it encourages his teammates to move with more sense of urgency because they understand that next time down the court, they might be on the receiving end of that pass.
Grizzlies at the controls right now. Here comes the screen. Conley to Dillon Brooks.
Oh!
On the arc for three. Can't get the bounce. To Paul. Ooh, Chris Paul. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots. Jay, he's played
working
for
tomorrow?
a number of teams in the Western
right,
Conference, no
if you
less.
don't- if
What
you
do you
don't
make
mind
of
me going to
Paul
courthouse
and his
tomorrow?
willingness to embrace a challenge?
Well, for the first
I know you
12
get up.
years of his career, he was ball dominant. The ball was forced to be in his hands every possession because nobody else, other than CP3, could make a play.
Okay.
Now there's a shared responsibility with the playmaking skills.
Friday
and
morning.
that only
Hold
allows
up.
him to play
I'm
looser,
leaving
to play
Thursday
freer,
night.
to play
I'll
more
be
like
in
he
Friday
played in
night.
college, hunting his own shots.
Remember that? I told you I leave out Tuesday night. I get up there Wednesday night. I leave from there Thursday night.
Oh, Thursday night.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I get here Friday night. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And thinking pass second, score
Well,
first.
time Friday.
11:30 at night.
Marc Gasol. He's now 4 for 6.
For Gasol, it all started with his weight. When he first came into the league, he weighed close to
11:30
300 pounds.
that night,
He's lost
Friday
around
night.
45 to 50 pounds to the age he is
Yeah,
right now.
he just
And
said here
also,
he
he's
took
really
Thursday
carried
off.
on the trend of the game. Shooting threes. His first
No,
8
leaving out
seasons,
Thursday night.
only shot 66 threes. From 2016 to 2018, shot a combined 588 threes. Knocking down that three has been the difference in his game.
By that time, I'll be getting off of work soon.
Hold up.
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to say. You're not coming in the morning. What time you coming back at?
Baby, I'm trying to see. It thing say 6 in the morning. See? It say from Orlando to Miami. Six in the morning, out there. Uh-oh.
Okay, what time?
Woohoo, I ain't see that. Look at that nigga, man. You ain't going, bro, you ain't going to look at no how. You going to be in the house. No, it say 6 in the morning Friday right now.
Oh, 6 in the morning.
That's what it said. I'd be in the North Miami, Florida, but that dude told me like 10:30.
He delivers with 2 free throws.
I jumped into my throat.
And he cashes in at the line. 3 for 3. Grizzlies own the basketball. And that'll...
Substitutions, Houston.
Long key from 3/4 court. That's it for the
Yeah,
first
them
half.
just
The
bust
Rockets way out in front.
them bust
I remember every time we had to stop in.
yeah, that's you got to do that.
Yeah, that's the pitch.
Don't just bus switches. You switching routes. Switch your bus.
The Rockets didn't hold back in that opening half. And with that, I'm sending it back.
First half, very one-sided.
Substitutions,
Who left in Houston? Luke Bamute to the Clippers, Trevor Ariza to Phoenix. So, Jay, how do the Rockets adapt without 2 key wing defenders this year?
Well, other guys need to step up. I think you need to see P.J. Tucker step up. Gerald Green, we all know how explosive he is offensively.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Everybody in the building, including myself, thought that pass was going somewhere else. Fool me once, okay, but you're definitely not fooling me twice.
That's blocked by Nene.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
To Carter Williams. Off the assist.
And a lot of passers usually have their head on the swivel, but ultimately, either you have a feel for the game or you don't.
Conley to Dylan Brooks. And he's fouled. Couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Dylan Brooks at the line. First one, count it. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Fires the three. Great defense, forcing the miss. Clint Capella, very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Conley.
No, that dude wrote that wrong. He told me a different time.
Turnover gives them the possession. Lets it fly from long range, cleans it up. Oh, and a putback.
Yo, I'm telling you, that's a highlight waiting to happen.
It's Grizzlies ball.
That's what he told me.
Conley with a shot comes up empty.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Across the timeline, it's Conley. His guys down big to Dylan Brooks.
Hey, watch this screen left.
To Conley. Mike Conley, consistent effort. He's at 50%.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Green's clear, let's go.
To Capella. JaMychal Green with the block. That's his first of the game.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
From long range.
Gordon
Off
won.
the iron. No good.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Memphis with the run. Conley.
Yeah, I know. I asked that man
To
good.
Dylan Brooks.
But I gave that man, Cello, you standing right there, I gave him the times I wanted to get back. He put what he wanted to put. I told him good.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Knocks it down. And Jay, so much better to get that shot beyond the arc than inside 22 feet.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
I'm going to try to take it down and get a chain because I asked exactly to leave that night.
A pass taken away by the Rockets.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Next week?
Knocked loose. That'll get out. Last touch by Capella, so it's going to stay with Memphis. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
The assist from number 10.
Memphis, they've got it. Conley. From the painted area, won't go down.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Conley into the front court. Final minute to play in this third quarter. To Dylan Brooks.
Hey, you got the screen right, screen right, screen right.
Get the cameras out. Flash on.
That's going to make a nice poster.
Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Dylan Brooks. To Conley. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, short.
Troy Brown, a scorer, not an elite scorer, but a guy that is more utilized playing off the ball, a guy that can create off the dribble. But most importantly for Troy Brown,
And why you did it?
6'7" with a 6'10" wingspan, I would put him on the best perimeter offensive player. Him and Kelly Oubre for the Washington Wizards, those are your two defensive stoppers.
The pass set it all up.
What a pass. I have no clue how that ball even made it through the traffic.
Deep two there, won't go. That's the end of the quarter. It's been all Rockets. Grizzlies get the first crack at it as we begin the fourth quarter. They're looking up at a big margin, and that, Jay, shouldn't come as a surprise to many.
Well, for them to have a chance to win, I'm glad they brought their A game in their backpacks here to the arena, but that's not enough. They need their A+ game, and they need to execute down the stretch. You need to throw everything in the bag at them in order to win this game.
Knocks it down on the step back. That was not easy.
If you're coaching against this player, you have to throw some fake traps, some fake schemes. How are you making this player think instead of just naturally reacting?
To Capella. Clint Capella. He's now 5 for 6.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Trying to cash in. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
To Capella. Marc Gasol. Huge block. Second block in this quarter. Grizzlies at the controls right now.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Why even?
Whoa! Get that out of here.
Message sent, Jay. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. And that's going to get out of bounds. Grizzlies retain the possession. Doncic. A bad pass as the Rockets come away with it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Here comes the screen. To Harden. Fires the three. Jay, he's shaking his head. The guilty party. He knows it's better to be lucky than good.
Or he knows it was just a really bad shot that just happened to go in. But sometimes when the basketball heavens drop a gift in your lap, you take it.
Knocked loose. Rockets come up with it.
Don't play scared now. Let's push the ball. Let's get this lead up.
Grizzlies own the basketball.
Hands up. Hands up. Watch cut.
Here comes the screen. Conley. To Gasol. Down low. Shot from the lane won't go.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Oh, good defense by Memphis as they come up with the steal. Doncic to Conley. The shot almost. Anthony to Harden. for three with James Harden. Muscle memory gets it to go. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Conley, Rockets have it. To Harden. That's usually one that he'll knock down. Doncic to Conley. Anderson to Conley. He connects. The defender was in the vicinity. Let it fly, and it goes.
Okay, that's all right. You take your lumps and you move on. You did exactly what the game plan was defensively to guard a player like that.
Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down? It's Grizzlies ball. Conley to Gasol. Able to convert inside.
I remember my high school coach said 1 man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
To Anthony. Has a look. Anthony with a shot. That won't go.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
To Kyle Anderson. Nothing going here on that drive. Anderson. Won't go down. Anthony. Capella down low. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
So much about passing is about the pace of the pass. Sometimes you need to dart the pass through the gap. Other times you need to have a feathery touch where you can loft the ball up for your player to dunk the ball. That pace is everything in this game.
To Gasol. Oh, you could sense that coming.
There is a premium market for players with that type of hand-eye coordination.
That's how you defend. Memphis with the rock. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Mike Conley trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 81% free throw shooter. Can convert the free throw. To Harden. Not that time. Stuffs it down with authority. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is.
Me neither. And they call the foul. Careful there, Jay.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Mike Conley at the line. First one goes down. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. To Paul. Here's a chance from long range. Well defended. Memphis, they've got it. Conley to Gasol. Takes stock of the floor. Gasol. And the rebound taken down by Houston. Almost unlucky bounce. It's the Rockets who are victorious as they win this one in blowout fashion. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Sports post-game wrap-up. The Rockets were simply amazing in this contest. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.
What's up, Lee?
What up? Hey, go to YouTube and put in Big Drop.
Big drop.
Yeah. Type in Big Drop. And listen to that. Taking it so long. I got too much connect. You see my phone? Hey, man, connect one of them till I load up. Like